In this video, we are going to look at a quadratic function given to us. It is reflecting uh, height, the height of an object that is sent into air, like a bottle rocket or a tennis ball hit into the air or a basketball, anything that went up into the air and it will fall down, right? So you have a function that is reflecting on that. So let me type in that function here. It is h of t is equal to negative 24t square, negative 24t square plus 72t plus 240. So this is a quadratic function given to us describing the height of an object at a different time intervals. This t is the time, that's a variable. Time is taken in seconds. All right, now you look at my graph. It is not at all looking good. It is in a way like I can see my x-intercept. So this is negative 2 and 5. But the maximum height, how far it is reaching, I cannot see right now. So what I can do is I'll just type in my values in the settings. I'll go to the settings and I'll try to get a value which is reasonable to me. And here I can see my x values, right? X is within my limit, but the y values we have to really work on that. So first x I can just take, uh, x is on the top, x-axis I'll just take a negative 3, 5 was the other intercepts. I'll go to up to 8 like that. X values going from negative 3 to 8. Just for our convenience we are taking. That is not the domain, please remember. And y values, because the number is higher, maybe I'll take around 50 here. And there, because 250 is there as the y-intercept, I'll take some more extra, like maybe 500 I'll write. Just to look at this. See, the minute I typed in 500, you can see the top part of your graph. And in steps of 25, I'll go. Now, you can almost see the whole picture of your graph. This is almost fine, but you can improvise it further by working on this y values. So what I can do, this much extra I don't need. So instead of having 500 as the maximum, let me take around 350 as the max here. Just I'll go back and change it to 350. See, now this graph is better. And on the other side also, for x-axis, you don't need that whole thing, so you can just type in 1 also. I think that's good. And you make sure that you type in x-axis, you have the time in seconds. That is the labeling for x. And on the y-axis, what do you have? This is the height in feet, let us take. Okay, so that's what you have here, the height in feet and the time in seconds. So now from this you have to talk about it, you have to tell what this is representing. Now I have here, you see, this is my y-intercept. X value is 0, y is 240. That is reflecting here in that function. And that is my y-intercept. Here this is the x-intercept at 5, 0. So this is telling me that we launched your rocket from the time the object went up into the air till the time it reached the ground. It took how much time? 5 seconds, right? So the domain, these x values on the x-axis, what values you have? It is starting from 0 going all the way up to 5. That is the domain value. And what is the maximum height reached? This is the point. In how much time? In 1.5 seconds, it reached a maximum height of 294 feet. All right. And suppose if you want to find, I want to know what was the height in let us say 1.5 seconds or something 3.5 seconds or anything for that matter. Bit from 0 to 5 seconds, you can get that thing. How do you do that? Just go to this settings. I'll go to the settings and I got the table here. Since in negative 2 seconds it was 0, negative 1, 144. Now the y-intercept, it starts from here. We need these values, so we don't need the negative values because time is not negative, you know that. And this is 3 seconds. The height was 240. In 4 seconds you got 5. At 5 only it became 0, so I don't have to go further. And like I said, in half second, what was the height? I'll just type in 0.5. 270. So in half second, the maximum height, you saw that it is at 1.5. Type in 1.5 here, you'll get 294. So instead of substituting the values, instead of substituting this t here in this function, directly you can get all your height, the values directly you can obtain using this table feature. And like suppose if you want to find what is the height at 3.5 seconds, you can get it. Type in 3.5 here, you will get. And one more question they'll ask in the test and in this any task that you have. What is the time interval, or at what point in this particular graph you see the sharp increase or decrease in the height? Between which time interval? Let me cancel this half piece. So you are seeing that from 0 to 1 second, there is an increase of how much? 288 minus 240, that is 48 feet it went up. And from 1 to 2 seconds, that is in between 1.5, it went to highest and came down. And in 3 seconds, it is falling down now. So again, it reached to 240. 4 seconds, the height became how much? 144. See the gap here. 288 became 240. 240 is becoming 144, like almost 100 it is. And this 144, from 4 seconds to 5 seconds, it became 0. So at what time intervals is the rate of change higher? You can explain about that also with reference to this graph. I hope this helps you. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching.